today, first day in 2021, that I'm going to meet with Dr. Eiserman again so that we can hopefully discuss, moving on to IVF and actually starting the process. Last time I kind of ended in a sour note and I wasn't really happy. So hopefully this time around, we get results. Let's see. Looking forward to today. All right, I'm here at the doctor's office, just parked. I'm kind of nervous, kind of anxious, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna tell him what we need to do, what I want, and hopefully we can come to an agreement. I'm hoping for the best, praying for the best. So yeah, time to put on my mask and head upstairs. Here we go. Nervous. Let's see. Okay, strike one. I forgot that I had to call and check in, and I came upstairs without calling. That's how nervous I am. So I gotta go back to my car and wait until they call me. So we'll do that. Alright, back in the car. My nerves just shot up like 10 times more just because of the fact that I fucked up and I messed up. But that's besides the point. Okay, I just gotta breathe, remind myself to talk to the doctor, communicate what I want, say what I need to say, tell him that I feel that, I'm not this overly unhealthy person that doesn't deserve this chance. It feels weird that I'm trying to convince my doctor to do something. That's not something I feel should be natural, and yet it is. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, oh wait, they're calling me, I gotta go. So I went to the doctor today to continue on with our process with our infertility struggles, and it was a doozy, I'm going to say. Honestly, today was very stressful, nerve-wracking, anxious, ball of wires in my head kind of day. So again, for most of you, I have been struggling with infertility, me and my husband, for the past 3 years. We have a diagnosis somewhat as to why our infertility is happening. I have a low ovarian reserve count, which has to do with the fact that I am running out of predetermined amount of eggs I have left, which happens as you usually get into menopause age, as you're getting older. I am in a range. My numbers are in a range that is for someone much older than I, not for myself and my age range. So that is the issue in my part. My husband has a low sperm count. Thankfully they're shaped well and they swim well, but there's not that many of them, which I think is our main issue when it comes to conceiving naturally. It's hard for people to understand, but it is actually a miracle. When people tell you that having a kid is a miracle, it is literally a miracle. You have to have sex and make everything work in a very small window of time. You can only conceive and have a child in the window when your egg is released in ovulation and before it hits your uterus. So basically it has to happen in that little area when it's traveling from your ovaries into the fallopian tube, to the uterus. So definitely it's a very small window of opportunity. And since our combined issues aren't the greatest. I think that's what's been slowing us down, which is why our doctor tried a lot of IUIs. We have done, I believe it's about 4 different IUIs. I've lost count already. It's been that much, which is intrauterine insemination, meaning they take me and they hyperstimulate me to create more eggs to create a higher chance of getting pregnant. And they get his sperm, clean it, fix it, speed it up, and shoot it straight in there so that it is at a clear path closer to the goal. Unfortunately, none of those has worked for us and has always left me wanting to continue and move on to IVF. Last year, supposedly, we were supposed to go into IVF, and we got a lot of roadblocks in the way of COVID, and supposedly I have inflammation in my body, which might be a genetic thing. In my family, rheumatoid arthritis, which is an inflammation in your body, is prominent. So maybe that has something to do with that. But that inflammation can cause having a pregnancy or retaining a pregnancy be much more difficult. So he wanted me to control everything. So for the past year or so, I have been trying to get healthier. I feel more at home in my body than I ever have before. But I'm not gonna say I have been in this like super strict regimen where I eat nothing but vegetables and protein. I'm not doing that. I am so sorry. I did that once a long time ago, about 11 years ago, before I even met my husband. And I lost a ton of weight, but I was very unhealthy. My hair was thinning. I was super skinny. I was barely eating. And that was the only time I've ever been so thin in my life. And I don't think that that is the right way to do this. I feel that if I want to be healthy and start off this pregnancies healthy, I need to continue being healthy. I can't like go on this jumbo fad, rush diet to lose 20 pounds and then expect that I'm gonna have a healthy pregnancy. I don't think that's gonna work that way. It's not. So anyways, I've been maintaining my health and doing all that. So today I had the appointment with the doctor in the new year to try to see if we can finally do what we've been wanting to do so long, which is IVF and get pregnant. So I go into the office. I am a ball of nerves. I'm super anxious. My heart is pounding. It's nerve-wracking to keep on going to the doctor for such a long period of time. I've been in this for 3 years and going to the same doctor's office, doing the same exact procedures over and over again, not getting any results. It feels hard. So again, it was a lot of nerves going in there today. Even though I've met my Dr. Iserman so many times, I've seen him so many times, and we have a great rapport, it's nerve-wracking. So I sit down, and the first thing I do is I try to maintain everything that I said I was going to say to him, that I was going to be firm and say, look, we need to do this already. I can't keep waiting in my mind. Which he was very positive. He said I looked good. I said I felt good, that I've been, wearing smaller clothing, which means obviously I must be doing something right. I'm losing weight, albeit very slowly, but I'm doing something. I look different. I feel different. So he's like, okay, I think everything is good. We got to get this ball rolling. You're 30 now. You just turned 30. We need to do this. And we're going to get started with Femera, which is a drug that is usually supposed to be for cancer patients. But they found that while it was also for cancer patients, it stimulated your ovaries and helped you produce more eggs. So we're going to do Femera and then injectables and all that to get ready for IVF. We went in, obviously every time, if you never knew about this, if you've never done any procedures of the sort in regards to fertility, every time you go to the freaking doctor, they're going to sit down with you, they're going to talk to you, and then they're going to be like, well, let's go into the other room and check out your stuff. And they're going to stick this big ass, I'm telling you, like about this big, it's literally about this big, stick up your hoo-ha. Yes, up your hoo-ha, ladies. Because you need to get a transvaginal ultrasound every single time you go to the office to see how your ovaries are doing and your lining and all that stuff. So, like always, we go into the room. This time he had his student, which is fine. and my nurse. So all three of us were in there plus me. So four's a crowd and a party. Woo! And we're all in there while I'm strapped in the stirrups and like have my hoo-ha out to the world. And basically we looked at my lining. He says it looks great. We looked at my ovaries. They look nice. Pretty much said, wow, you are ready for a baby in there, which is great to hear. And then all the stuff of, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Let's get your blood work done. We're going to go when you get your, you know, the first day of your new cycle. If you have, supposedly I'm in my ovulation right now. So they're checking my progesterone levels in my blood work today. And then whether or not they want to give me progesterone to start my period already. Or if not, they're just gonna wait for it to happen naturally. And then the first day of my new cycle, once my period is over, boom, we start with the pills and the injectables and all that stuff. But I've heard all this before. I have. I've heard this like, yeah, we're gonna get things done, boom, 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 let's do it. And then as soon as the results from my blood work come in, bam, it's gone. It's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Your levels were not what we thought they were. Your vitamin D is too low, your progesterone is too low, this is too low, whatever. And it like switches to, oh no, we gotta do like 500 million things before we get there. So I'm trying, yes, everyone tells me stay positive. Who knows, everything is fine. Because I talk to my husband and I talk to my mom and they're like, no, but see, he's all excited, he's positive, he's saying you've done great change. And yeah, but I've heard, I mean, obviously I haven't heard the change part. That I will say is a plus for this time around. But I've heard the whole, let's go, we get the ball rolling, we're gonna make things happen before. And then it doesn't. So I don't wanna get my hopes up. I don't wanna be like, yeah, this is going to be the one. This is gonna be the time to get it done. Because it probably might not be. I don't know. Until those results come in, I have no idea. And then, mind you, my husband also has to get some blood work done. They have to check him out, and they need to have a semen analysis done as well. And when I was there scheduling, they don't have the semen analysis until the end of the month. So either way, I can't really do much until that's done. So I don't want to build up this hope, because I've built up this hope before. The hope builds up, I get excited, I get happy, I get thinking, man, this is it, we're gonna get it done, it's gonna happen, and then it falls right back down, and it's not what I thought it was gonna be. So I am sitting here trying not to be a negative person, trying to see the positives, but sometimes it's hard. And I'm here to tell you that's okay. Because it's okay to be a realist sometimes, even though the world is telling you that it's not okay to be a realist, because they want you to think positively. I'm not gonna say I'm a negative thinker, because there's a chance that maybe, hopefully, everything is fine. But at the end of the day, I know what I've been through before, and I know my body. My vitamin D is always really low. So the moment I go ahead, and I kind of haven't really been taking a ton of supplements lately, the moment they see those results, they're going to be like, oh, your vitamin D is way too low. And vitamin D, of course, is very important for pregnancies. It helps keep and hold a pregnancy. So it does have an importance. I'm not saying it's not important. But every single time one of these things pops up, it delays it so much more. And that gets me down so much more. It's hard for a person who's been on this journey for so long to say, we gotta wait a couple more months until things get done right. We gotta wait a couple more months, a couple more weeks. Every time I have to wait more is a weight that gets compounded into me. It's heavy and backbreaking and painful and hurtful, and it's no one else is to blame when you're in your head thinking about it but yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're like, wow, it's my numbers, it's my body. Why can't I just get it right? Why can't it just be okay already? And you try and you try and you try, and it never seems to go your way. And I'm tired of that feeling. I really am. But I have to be real and know that I can't look at like stars in the sky and know that it's going to be like, I wish, and then yes. So I can't be like super excited, super happy, super emotional, because I might be super upset when it happens and it comes down and crashing on me. I will say that I'm going to always be hopeful deep down, but not to the degree that probably everyone would want me to be. I will continue talking about my infertility and our journey and where we go from here as it comes around, as we get updates. I don't know if my results will be coming in tomorrow or the day after, but as soon as I get those and we have a clear path and a clear understanding of where we're going, I'll let you know. You will be the first